the December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast. What a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Smith's throw complete to Dotson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. They'll run with Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it out.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. Touchdown, Houston. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing on second and long. Smith. He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Gino on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And what a nice example there. A tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Jaguars had 8-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Out of the gun, Smith. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
19. 60.
Geno now to throw. Oh, the slant connects with Devontae Adams. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
19
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down now, it's Moore. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, Lawrence. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a 1st down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Moore, and he's not going to get anywhere close to because they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Got it.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination.
He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jahan Dotson,
His 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Jaguars are able to move back in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd down, it's Moore. And he's got some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
103 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
In motion left comes Brown. They'll run on 1st down. Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He's got a man. Complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Ready, set.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Moore. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11th. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis and Brandon Gaughan. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, Moore. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into the hole right around the line of scrimmage.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. On first down, it's Moore. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go play action with Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Geno. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Texans are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Jaguars take over a first down at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first. He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Next to score, Texans 31, Jaguars 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Under pressure, they got him again.
Leo Chanel
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Smith. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Leo Chanel.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Man open left side is Brown.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Touchdown. Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. From his goal line here, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game. It seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Moore. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air again, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
On the set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck,
that's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Texans, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.
Y'all calling me crazy when I've been balling all day like Brady. Long hair It's all hot, man.
Can you go to court? Get it,
Cool. I been going there like